to do is just listen to me sometimes.
Problem is, I don't like the sound of your voice. It's like a cacophony.
Really? You're being stupid.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Mom,
Yes, you are.
No, this is the same
Being a bitch.
No,
Katie, you're being a bully.
You do not understand the way you make me feel sometimes.
You're being a bitch.
No, I am not.
Listen, can I just say something?
No.
Listen, we're not talking about you right now. This isn't about you.
No,
You tried to make me...
Katie's wrong.
Yes, it is your fault.
Why is this right? You have to
Just off, bro. Off, man. I sort of snapped.
Someone Jack?
Go.
I tried pouring his drink out and they threw me in the face with it.
So this is like total deja vu because I think Tom dumped a beer on Stassi's head last year.
Who? Ask one person here.
Do not f***ing say Stassi, you are
dude. Nobody wants you here.
I have this relationship all wrong. This relationship is
I didn't expect that from him. Like,
What just happened
I
just
just
now?
snapped. I lost my cool, man.
No, I understand you can only take so much.
And she tried to grab it and shake it, and I just threw it in her face. It was an move. I should have never done that.
Yeah.
He calls me an alcoholic. He
literally threw a drink at her. Like,
I've been pacing myself. I've been very,
I don't even know.
again, very judicious about my drinking. Like, he's ruined my night.
Sorry.
Like,
I ruined it.
you might as well
Now I'm
like,
guilty. I know.
shot her 8 times.
I know. Dude, I can only take it. Look at her, man.
You better be on his knees, like licking my toes, like sucking on them,
need to
sucking
go.
the toe
We need to
jam
go.
in between my toes, like
need to go.
begging me to forgive him. This is unbelievable.
There's something I wanted to get off my chest that I should have told you a long time ago during our whole relationship debacle. I wanted to tell you during therapy. I wanted to tell you like 5 other times. I want to tell you today, but I kept pushing out. All right, you know the whole Vegas thing? I wasn't completely honest about what happened entirely. That night I snuck off and I went to like an after party and I actually did like make out with that girl. And it was sleazy and it was gross. I was shit-faced. I didn't even really remember. I had to call the next day and ask her and I was like, did anything happen? I was like, I have a girlfriend. She's like, you were fine. We just made out. Not a big deal. I don't know. I was having doubts about where the relationship was going, but like ever since we went through that whole debacle, I've been like happier than I've ever been in my life.
You've got to be f***ing kidding me. Sadly, this is not the first time this has happened. Gina said that you made out with someone.
That's not bullshit. That's true.
Am I pissed off that this was going on? Yes.
Now I have 0 doubts about who I want to be with. I'm head over heels, gaga in love.
I'm glad you got that. You had to go make out with some chicks to find that out. That makes me feel real good.
No.
Guess what? If I ever had doubts or felt insecure about the relationship, then guess what I would do? Not go make out with
Trust me, I've been guilt-ridden about it every day since. And I told Jax, and he's pissed because we outed him. This isn't why I'm telling. I was gonna tell you this regardless. Anyways, he's hanging over my head.
So you want to come and tell me before anyone else?
No, that's what I'm saying. No, that's neither here nor there.
It's awesome that my boyfriend can only be honest with me when someone else is threatening to do it for him. I can't believe that he lied to me.
To show you how much I love you and everything, I just got you a little something. Just like a little...
A little empty box.
Wait, no. It's just... It's the bubble love. It's rose gold. It's not... I know it's not the engagement ring that you deserve. I know you want the real deal, but in the meantime, I just want you to know that I am serious and I do love the shit out of you. Let me put it on you. Just a little something. Do you hate it?
Putting a ring on a
Oh, but don't think too much about it.
Putting it around my neck saying I love
It's
you.
not a string, it's a gold
I'm
necklace.
committed to you is not really what a girl pushing 30 wants to hear.
I know, bro, but...
From their boyfriend of 4 years.
I know, Bobby, I know.
Congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Shea!
If Tom thinks that it's appropriate to be giving me this ring on a string, that's making me realize that there are issues that I didn't even know were there that we now have to deal with.
You know? I know.
I haven't cried this whole time, so just give me a second.
Come on, Bubba.
I think I've shown poor judgment. She's legitimately concerned about my commitment issues, and you know what? She has a point.
I've never been given a ring by anyone in my life, a guy in my life before, and I figured, like, what am I giving? Like, I don't want a ring unless it's, like, the ring.
I have commitment issues. Yeah.
Are you gonna be cranky about the whole trip?
I'll sleep out here. This is about as romantic as it can get right now.
Bubba, you're being a wet blanket.
Well, I'm sorry, I haven't seen you much.
You
and you've
mean
been
seen me?
But you don't even pay attention to me.
Bubba,
I've been begging for you to pay
Bubba,
attention to me.
This all started because of your seating assignment. It's a 2.5-hour flight.
This is like vintage Katie, and I'm just not having it. I have zero patience for it.
You've put a damper on, what, 70% of the vacations we've been on together? I used to do this on every trip.
You're wrong.
I'm
Why
right,
don't you
I'm
just
right,
no?
I'm right.
Yeah, Tom, whatever. Yes, you
it's not-
are right.
it's not about being
so
right or wrong
You're right
right
about
now.
everything. You're
It's
right
about-
about me. You're right about you.
Okay.
You're right about how like you stick up for your friends when it comes to your wife.
You're
your wife.
delirious and you're acting like a fool.
Why don't you just admit that you have not been
Okay,
pulling
get
your
it
weight?
out.
I've been so patient. I've been
Get
so
it out.
understanding.
I
I've
can't
not
believe I'm
asked
having to
questions.
deal with this because you had to sit in a random seat.
Tom, that's not it.
Look at this.
That's not it. The last 4 months, I've barely seen you.
I see
I'm
you
not
every
like,
day. We hang out.
And then you
we
don't
talk
have
to
time.
each
I've
other.
asked Tom, you
And then all
know
of a
this,
sudden,
this
like,
is not a mystery to you.
That's a
you don't tell
job.
me.
I have
I'm
to
your
work.
wife.
I have
How many times
obligations.
have
I know
asked
you've
you?
been
I
getting-
told you that
Bubba.
I missed you. Of course, I'm not upset that Tom has been spending a lot of time opening Tom. I'm mad that Tom hasn't been making any extra effort with me in our relationship. Just because you have a bar now does not mean you should neglect your wife.
By now, you should be able to just talk to me and be like, I've been feeling like, you know, you've been checked
I've
out a
already
little
done that,
bit.
so move on. What's next?
You haven't done that.
So much better than this.
If we have neighbors, I already feel super bad now. You're
Now
on their
let's
honey-
deflect and talk
I'm not
about the
deflecting. Let's
neighbors,
also be
because
self-aware
you
and
can't have
not
a
yell.
conversation.
It's kind of loud. A little bit, yeah.
Listen, just
Okay.
shut
Then
up.
why didn't you
Stop
communicate?
talking and listen, Tom. All I need you to do is just listen to me
The problem
sometimes.
is I don't like the sound of your voice. It's like a cacophony.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
The cop puts you in handcuffs and throws you in the back of a cab car, and you don't want us to react?
Katie, shut up.
It was not funny to me.
It's not funny. Shut up. It is funny.
I don't think it's funny, so why are you yelling at me?
Ruining a great moment. We're laughing.
It's not a great moment.
Nobody gives a about your
No
opinion.
negativity. Shut your mouth, dude. Do not say that. Do not say that.
I've never been more turned off in my life.
Nobody, shut up.
He's
Dude,
never
no
been more
negativity,
turned
man.
off.
Negativity from here.
That's why I don't have sex with her.
Tom.
Dude, I gotta say no on that.
Whoa, sit down on this one. It was.
I'm not gonna sit down.
Sit down. Listen, I'm not looking for you to agree with me ever.
I mean, there's one thing about getting in drunken arguments with your significant other. Trust me, I've experienced that.
She's a moron, right?
Shut up.
But the way that Schwartz is talking to Katie, it's just like venom.
That's another 2 months we're not having sex.
You're picking a fight.
No, Bubba, that was the worst thing I could have said.
Shut up, dude.
It's fine. I'm not mad at you if you feel this way.
Gross.
Stop.
Deeply turned off.
Do I look bad?
You look cute. Your hair is a little bit of a Karen haircut, though.
No, it's not.
No, Bubba, honey. No, just for a second, look like a Karen. You're not a Karen, of course. You're the opposite of a Karen.
I don't have a Karen haircut. Like, do you ever want to have sex again for the rest of your life?
It does bother me, though. People think I'm a pushover. But I'm not a pushover, and we have a great thing going on.
Well, then prove it.
I'm ready.
But actually, no, Tom, yeah, I was just telling her.
You're talking about?
Our new spot. No, well, she thinks that you're steamrolling me. I'm
Do
like,
not
no.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So I'm
I stand here today in this moment before my dream girl, my beautiful bride-to-be. I can honestly say from the bottom of my heart that I've never loved you more than this moment right here.
At times, I definitely thought my world would end because I can't imagine my world without you in it.
You ready to talk about this?
Yeah,
Do it. Just diving in.
let's do it.
So after 12 years together and 5 years of marriage, I went to Tom last winter and asked him for a divorce.
I felt like my whole world, everything I know, just sort of dissipated in that moment, you know?
We've had a lot of issues.
Why do you insist on humiliating me?
I've never been a priority to him.
She laid it all out and it made perfect sense. I can't probably give you the specifics because I was so upset. I wasn't really listening, but also I don't want to ask her again because one of the reasons she broke up with me because I'm not a good listener.
All I need you to do is just listen to me sometimes.
Problem is, I don't like the sound of your voice.
Long story short, I just didn't know how to make her happy.